Your priorities are insanely well established. They're conscious or unconscious, but they're incredibly well established. If I parachute into your life and we just look back at your last 3, 6, 9, and 12 months in your calendar, and we see what you've been focusing your time on, there it is. We think one day I'll establish my priorities. I'm like, they're already established. Are you happy with them? Is there something that needs adjustment there? Is there something you need to change there? Everything begins with, are you taking time seriously? Are you aware of the gift of life? Do you have a philosophy for what you want your life to be about, and you're managing the time to manifest that? Subtract, simplify, systemize. I'm sure you've heard this type of concept before. It's going through your calendar and removing things. To become more time efficient and enjoy your life, you need to remove some things. Like subtracting for me, as an example, I got rid of networking events and that weren't learning events. You know, things are just like, hey, let's all gather and network around cocktails. I was like, that's done. I ended that in my 20s. I was like, that was taking so much of my time in my 20s. And it was cool because, yeah, I'd meet some people, but it wasn't moving me forward towards my goals. I love meeting people, but then I found out the best place to network is actually at personal development type conferences or business type conferences, places where it's like intentional based learning, because I want to get around learners because learners are achievers. And so it's like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of all those random meetups that just make me tired and drain me from energy. I'm going to get in learning environments where I'm amplified. So I subtracted those types. What are you subtracting? Some of you are subtracting drama. I love it. Netflix. I love it. Social media. I love it. Some of you are subtracting. This is so good, by the way. I love a lot. Excessive office trainings or meetings. This is super good. What else? More social plans. Yep. Good. I think that's so important. You know, putting limits on lots of different structures. You got to know what you need to subtract. It's really important. The other thing is to simplify. There aren't that many things you need to be doing. You feel like there are, but probably only 3 or 5 of them actually move the needle. And as soon as you identify those, in high performance habits, it's called prolific quality output. And so we're always looking like, what is the things that we need to do? And there's probably only a couple of them that actually move the needle the most. Pay attention to those. Simplify, simplify, simplify. I always tell people too, you want better time management, simplify all the things you want of life. You know, like this setup is so simple for me to run. There's a light here, a camera there. My laptop is here. You can actually see. There it is. Okay. And a microphone. That's it. I used to have all this fancy rigging and lighting stuff. Nope. Now it's one box right there. Good to go. Right. My podcast station right over there, one mic on it, simplified. Everything off the desk. Right over here where I work, simplified. Everything off the desk. Just simplify your life. I promise you'll be happy about it. And then systemize. Systemize means, what do you do on a consistent basis that either a tool online can do or a person can do? And it's about systemizing, like writing down the rules, writing down the process, handing that off, delegating that or automating that with your system changes everything. Just like maybe you're doing marketing and you go, oh, instead of me doing all this outbound all the time, I'm going to automate that process. When they come in, the actions are triggered with the emails and the messages afterwards. That prevents you from having to do all the outbound yourself all the time, right? It's like you have to go, what's the goal? Well, the goal is to get more clients. Okay, my goal is to get more clients, but I don't have the time to talk to everybody. How can I systemize that? Build an online funnel or some other type of attraction campaign that allows me not to have to be doing all that all the time. And most of my life is just run on systems. It just happens. It just runs. It's just a routine and rhythm. And that happened when I was broke. That happened when I got more successful. You just get better and better at it. Okay. Last big idea. If I can just throw this one in for you all. on the fifth. I know I talk about it enough, but I won't belabor it here. And that is, make sure you're doing pit stops throughout the day to revitalize your mind, your eyes, your body, your spirit, your energy. You've heard that taught before. Time management is really energy management. And that is so true. We actually don't need, for most people, once they do the things we've talked about, now they just need to burn themselves out. And burnout is not what most people think. Burnout is like literal. You just burn the whole time. If you're burning, you're going all day, not stopping, you're burning. And maybe you're talented, or you're an amazing high performer, and you can burn all day for weeks and months, some of you a year, some of you a decade on end, but it catches up with you. It catches up with your soul and your spirit. It catches up with your focus. It catches up with what you say yes to. It really messes you up if you don't take pit stops throughout the day. A pit stop throughout the day means every hour or every other hour, you take a significant break to rest your eyes, to take a bunch of deep breaths, to reconnect with your body, to move around, and to come back to your desk and go, okay, let me reorient. What should I be doing right now? Okay, good. It's the simple stuff of get up, move around. I get up every hour. I stand, I bounce in place. I close my eyes. I take 10 deep breaths. Then I'll hit the ground. I'll do a bunch of vinyasa flows, downward dogs, etc., over and over and over and over again. I'll walk around my house. I'll get 2 big glasses of water. I'll come back. I'll go, okay, what do I need to focus on? And I've re-energized my mind and body. It might take literally 5 minutes every hour, but that's how day after day after day I can maintain my energy. Because it's not just about maintaining work. A lot of people can work and burn all day, but because they're tired, the creativity isn't there. They're burned out and they're still working. You need to energetically break from the work, energetically break from the family, energetically break from the day, and reconnect and revitalize your mind, your body, your spirit. I tell people all the time, most people's headaches is actually a visual fatigue headache, especially today with the scrolling and the glare. And so you just need to close your eyes a couple times a day. Your eyes, if you've ever seen one of those neural images like an fMRI, like your eyes are directly connected to your brain. And so there's a lot of visual fatigue that leads to mental fatigue. So just closing your eyes and taking a bunch of deep breaths throughout the day can be transformative for people who are just used to burning. But you need that break. Most people need more breaks than they think they do. The average high performer takes a break every 52 minutes across the day. 52 minutes, take a break. That's it. That could be get up, get some water, walk around, come back. It's so simple, right? I take a little bit longer because I have to be on throughout the day. So I need to really recharge throughout the day. All human beings, what we really desire once we get past safety and sustenance are these 4 aspirations. We want a greater sense of aliveness. That might mean presence, consciousness, awareness, vibrancy, passion, enthusiasm. We all want more of that. Some people call it adventure. Some people call it just the spice of life or joie de vivre. Whatever it is, we want a sense of aliveness. The second aspiration we talked about was deep connections. That means your relationships. At the end of our lives, it's the relationships that matter so much to us. And we know from research that the deeper relationships you have, the longer we live. Third, meaningful pursuits. Some people get this through creating. Some people get this through service. But I'm here to tell you, the important phrase here is meaningful pursuits. You have to pursue something. We all want to get better, to become more, to be a better leader, a parent, servant, role model. That sense each day that we have something to do that matters. Growth Day, world's #1 system for achieving it. We know from research to improve your life long-term, you gotta track your habits. You need a mindset journal. You got to have a goal setting system. You need deep dive education. You need coaching. You got to have ongoing conversations with other people about your personal and your professional goals. Our goal for you is to help you make self-improvement a way of life by giving you things that give you the guidance, the inspiration, the drive, and the motivation to continue becoming more and more successful, healthy, and happy in your life. Every day is a great day to grow. We say that every day in Growth Day. Let's make this day the day you begin that journey.